It's perhaps the most famous cartoon bird in Western culture. Tweety from the Looney Tunes is an animated classic that few people don't know about. It's depicted as a pigeon canary, ostensibly innocent and good-natured, that actually has a certain evil. Real yellow canaries don't have such big heads as Tweety, but their plumage is for sure full of bright yellow. Cock Claudius is another bird from the Looney Tunes, but perhaps it's not as famous today as its companions. The rooster Claudio is the rooster entrusted with taking care of the hens of the henhouse on the farm where it lives. Claudio looks more like a hen as to the colors in his plumage, but real roosters are actually way darker and often present some blue in the wings and black in the tail. We're sure they don't walk and talk like humans either. Blue is the protagonist of Rio from DreamWorks 3D animated films. It's the main character in both films, and it's represented by a blue macaw. This bird is virtually extinct in real life due to poaching, smuggling, and habitat destruction. It looked very similar to the animated character, except for the big cute eyes that melt our hearts. The film focuses on these aspects with conservationist interests. However, after its premiere, the blue macaw became definitely extinct. Mordecai is the protagonist of the acclaimed Cartoon Network regular show series. It's represented by a tile in its 20s without talent and ambition, working reluctantly in a public park. His real-life counterpart is a blue jay. These birds are way smaller than the size Mordecai appears, and they have little patterns of blue and white squares in the wings instead of stripes. The Roadrunner, a speedy bird constantly outrunning his nemesis Wile E. Coyote, is known for his classic meep meep call. The real-life bird of the same name is a bit smaller than the cartoon, and they typically have brown and white feathers, unlike their blue and purple cartoon kin. Roadrunners can be found running alongside roads like their name suggests, marking a similarity between the real animal and the cartoon. The next character, Zazu, belongs to Disney's animated film The Lion King. This is one of the most famous animated films in history. Zazu is represented by an African red-billed hornbill, allied with the villain of the story. Then it becomes the protagonist's ally, once it realizes its mistake. A real-life African red-billed hornbill doesn't have a beak as large as Zazu, but it does have similar shape. These birds are very small. Their bodies are mostly white and brown, sometimes showing a pattern in their wings. Perhaps it's one of the most popular animated birds on the planet, and has accompanied characters like Mickey and Goofy for over half a century. Donald Duck is represented by a duck with white plumage, usually wears flannel and a sailor's hat. He's a curmudgeon that is easily irritated and has almost unintelligible speech. Real white ducks are very similar to Donald, and they can be quite hot-headed if you get too close to them and make them feel threatened. But in a comfortable environment, they can be pretty friendly and even domesticated. Daffy Duck is another famous animated duck, and is also from Looney Tunes, owned by Warner. The Daffy Duck is a duck with black plumage and a yellow beak, and he's presented as Bugs Bunny's rival. Despite being ambitious, he has terrible bad luck that makes him suffer terrible destinies. He's often a victim of poaching and rarely succeeds. The American black duck that Daffy represents is not as black as it looks in the cartoon. It actually has some brown shades on its wing, and the face is a little smaller and lighter. The beak is yellow, the same as Daffy, but way smaller than his. Make sure you don't miss any of our videos, and go check our playlists. Keep on watching.